everybody, it's Mary with Time to Train Fitness. What I brought for you today, if you're a mature adult, then you and I are going to do some strength training, and we're going to work on the basic movement patterns so that no matter what we're doing in our daily life, we are strengthened to move with confidence in that direction and stability. So are you ready? Let's grab your resistance band, have it close by. You will need a chair at times for stability or use. You will also need a water bottle. And last but not least, grab your broomstick, or if you have trekking poles, you're going to need one trekking pole as we start to train your body to bend in ways that keep your back strong and use those hip muscles. So first off, let's start by simply marching in place, warming everything up. We're going to do this for about 45 seconds. Now, if you need to stand by a chair to be making this movement happen, that's totally fine. Please be safe. Not all mature adults are functioning at the same level, and so we all have to do the things that keep us safe and moving forward, right? You're in charge of your workout. Okay, we've got 20 more seconds. And you are just moving those arms, moving those legs. And I'm just coming up on my toes. I'm not really marching. If you are used to running or cycling or swimming, you might actually be marching in place. All right, we've got 5 more seconds. I'm so glad you're here today. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Okay. I'm going to grab a resistance band, and please grab yours. My resistance band set is shown at the end of the video, and so if you need some, please go ahead and click on that link. I'm using a moderate intensity, about 20 pounds of load. If you are brand new to resistance training, you are probably using the band that is the easiest one to move. In the set that I personally have recommended, it's the yellow band. Okay, I am putting my hands through the handles so they're not in the way. And then I am going to grab right between where the fabric and, something always happens when you're doing videos. Between the fabric and the rubber. Okay, legs are hip width apart. I'm going to show the movement forward. Push forward and take 3 seconds going back. Push. 1, 2, 3. Push. 1, 2, 3. Push. 1, 2, 3. Halfway there. Pushing is something we have to do a lot. We push open doors. 3 more. How you doing? If you need to stop at any point, that's totally fine. The last one. Push. Back. Back. Very nice. Roll those shoulders back one at a time. And still behind our back with our band. Still holding on between the fabric and the rubber junction. I'm going to go out and pull in. This is called a chest fly. Pull together. Out. Pull together from the side. Pull together. Out. Pull together. Really working on those chest muscles. Now, if you're like me and you have maybe shoulder issues, how about bending those elbows? That will lessen the amount of load on your shoulder and make the movement easier to happen. 2, 1, very nice. Okay, march in place for a moment and roll those shoulders back again. Next thing we're gonna do are squats. Squats are so important for developing all the strength in our lower body, and we get up and down from seated positions oftentimes in life. So you've got 2 options here. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. You start from a seated position, stand, and then start looking for that chair by pushing your booty back, up and down. Now I'm going to add a little bit more load by using my resistance bands. Standing in the middle, my feet are about hip-width apart. My handles are by my shoulders. We are going to do 10 lower body strengthening moves. Let's do squats. Ready? Push your tush way back and up. Push your tush way back and up. Now, as I keep going, I'm going to show some variations because maybe you do not have the lower body strength today to go into a deep squat. So maybe you are just here without any resistance bands. Wherever you are today is what we're going to build from. Now, I am going to have a knee replacement here soon, so I don't go into a very deep squat because I don't want to do any more damage. I think that's 7. Let's do 8, 9, and 10. Very good. All right, next up, let's have a seat on that chair I mentioned. And holding your band right on that fabric junction, let's bend your knee and press forward. Leg extensions are so awesome for upper leg strength. Press with that heel first. Push. Push. We're going to do 10. Keep pressing on that one side. Now your torso is nice and upright so that you're supporting your trunk. You've got 3 more, and your leg can be way out here high, or maybe you are pushing towards the floor. Whatever is happening for your body is right for you today. Last one. Good job. Okay. Let's put that band under the opposite foot right at your arch. Other foot is flat on the floor. You're nice and tall in your chair. Lift that leg and press that heel forward. Press. 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 This is halfway. 6, 7. Now, if you have knees that have issues, this is a great way to strengthen your upper leg without gravity working in your knee joint, causing more discomfort. Okay, we have done 2 workouts for your legs. Now I'm going to bring my chair forward and show it sideways. We have got a movement for core that's called the lean back. And since I'm a newer person on Time to Train, I figured we'd build our skill set as we go forward. So I'm sitting pretty far forward in my chair. I either have my hands on the side of my chair or folded across my shoulders. And I'm going to keep my upper body straight as a poker. I'm not hunching, totally straight. And I am going to allow my shoulders to reach towards the chair And then squeezing my belly muscle, I am bringing myself forward. These are called lean backs. Love them. Such a great way of developing core strength. This is 4. This is 5. 6. 7. Feel those belly muscles working. 8. 9. And 10. Very good. Now, moving my chair to the side for a moment. Let's work on the muscles on the side of your torso. And we are simply going to place hands on the side of your thighs and reach down to one side, reach down to the other at whatever level you are able to do. You might even be doing this movement in your chair. If you need to just feel a little bit more safe and stable, reaching side to side. We've done about 6, so let's do 7. Using our oblique. 8, 9, and last one this side, last one that side. Look how awesome you're doing right now. Okay, we're gonna go back into a cardio move, but let's have a little drink of water first. I call this move ladder climb. So if you're doing this in a chair, I will turn sideways. You are going to be lifting one arm and the opposite knee, and then the other, as if you're shimmying up a ladder. If you are able to do this move in standing, it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Let's reach. Getting that heart rate back up just for 30 seconds. Is seated or standing the right option for you? You might feel yourself getting a little breathless. That just means your heart rate's increasing. So good for driving down blood pressure, giving you more reserves when you really need to exert. Okay, we have done our cardio. Next up, we're going to work on upper arms. So I'm grabbing my band. I am placing it under one foot. The other foot is slightly behind. Park your elbows in right against your side body. Roll your shoulders back and down. Belly button is brought in gently towards your backbone. Now, this is what a curl looks like. Bring those hands up towards your shoulder and back down. And yes, you can do this movement from a seated position. You'll just have to be holding on to the rubber part of your band because you're not moving it as far. That will keep the right amount of tension. 8, 9, and 10. Bicep curls are so important for being able to pull things, whether it's pulling heavy bags off the shelf at Costco or at your garden center. Okay, this time, elbows are on your side body, but we're lifting up on the side. 2, keep that belly button brought in towards your backbone. 4, 5, 6. If all you can do is 4 today, that's so awesome that you can do 4, and we'll build from there. 7, 8, 9, and 10. We did 2 exercises to strengthen your ability to pull things with power and confidence in your day. Okay. we are going to work on your back. So I am going to put my hands through the handles as if they're bracelets and have about 14 inches or so distance on your bands. You have arms extended straight forward. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, pull out and return. Pull with power. Slowly return. 3. Feel what's happening at your shoulder blades. You'll feel them actually moving on your back. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. If all you can do is 4, I'm applauding you. 9. And 10. Awesome. Okay. We're back seated in our chair today. We're working on backs again in addition to your upper arms. And I've got my bands draped under the arches of both feet. I'm going to hold right on the fabric so that I've got enough light tension before I start. Now watch my elbows. Keeping a nice tall torso, I pull those elbows back, pointing to the back wall and slowly return. 2. How many is right for you today? 3. And 4. Here's halfway if you're doing 10. And 6. 7. Upper back. Really need that strength to keep us from hunching forward, which happens so easily from bending over computers or bending over books or crafts or whatever that might be. Okay, so we've done 2 exercises for back strength. Let's move on. Next movement is part of life. And again, I'm all about training to be strong in all the parts of life that we move through. So we're going to do a specific way of walking across your room and back that is starting to strengthen the outside of your hips. That's so critical for balance. So I call it tire walking. You simply step out and step narrow. Step wide, step narrow. Step wide, step narrow. Step wide, step narrow. Now, if you're across your room, you're going to turn around and go the opposite way. I'm staying forward as I move backwards, so you're not looking at my shoulders in back. Step wide, step narrow. Step wide, step narrow. Step wide, step narrow. Very nice. We worked on some stability as we're walking, building up those outer hips now. It is very common for mature adults who start to not feel very safe as they're walking to walk wider. So right now, we are going to do a narrow walk across your living room or dining room or bedroom floor. So keeping those feet very close to each other, stepping forward as far as you can go across the room. And now stepping backwards, keeping those steps very narrow. And you might feel your ankles wobbling a little bit. Those are the muscles around your ankles. Super important for balance. That are waking up and going, oh, I need to pay attention here. So that's a good thing. So we've done 2 exercises for gait. Now, we are going to go into the ability to push in life with power. So I'm going to grab my blue band again. Whatever color you're working with is perfect for you. I'm going to put my hands through so they're like bracelets again. This time I've only got about 10 inches of distance between my fingers. Now I'm going to place this hand right on top of my shoulder. This hand, I've got the elbow right in at my side body, and I am going to pull down from the side, press down, push. How many of these is right for you today? 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 2 more. 9 and 10. Very good. This hand now goes on top of the opposite shoulder. This elbow is glued into my side body. Here's a side view, pressing straight down and up, down and up. Do you know, I read a study from Europe where people in their mid-80s and older that were not exercising at all were introduced to strength training twice a week for 12 weeks. What they found at the end of those 12 weeks, and they were using resistance bands, just like us, one more, is there were significant gains in strength, which makes total sense, but also the person's confidence as they were getting up and moving about, because they were much more aware of their body, and their body was stronger from being conditioned twice a week for 20 minutes. That's the goal, is twice a week for 20 minutes will keep you from losing muscle mass and keep that metabolism up where it needs to be, which keeps your immune system working, makes you have more energy and feeling all around much more confident as you move about your life. Okay, this next one we're doing without weight. So put your bands to the side. Your legs are about wider than hip width. Bend your knees. And this move is going to be 30 seconds of palms, fingers pointing down, and you are simply acting as if you're digging in the dirt. So I'm timing us here. Pull, 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 pull. There you go. As if you're trying to dig and push that dirt behind you. Still digging. Still digging. Feel the back side of those arms waking up. Keep digging. Keep pushing that dirt behind you. We're almost there. You've only got 8 seconds left. 4, 2, done. Shake out those arms. Okay, we have done several movements of normal day-to-day life. We've been pushing, we've been pulling, we've been squatting. We are now going to do something called a hinge, which is all about back strength. So if you've ever had low back issues, this is going to be your friend. Grab your broomstick or mop handle or trekking pole, and we are going to place that pole right against the bottom of your pelvis and right against the back of your head. Now, do not let this contact with your head or this contact with your backside leave. Keep it right there. What we're going to do is hinge forward like those ducks that used to be on the side of a glass of water that people would purchase. Do you remember those? I'm really showing my age here. All right, let's hinge forward from our hip, keeping our back nice and straight. Here's more of a side angle. Down and up. Feeling the contact with that pole the entire time. Moving from our hip joint, not our back. Here's 4. And 5. Here's 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Hinging when you are reaching into your car trunk or on a shelf to get something from your kitchen cabinets. Will make sure that your back stays strong and protected and just allows you to move more weight because your trunk is super solid and supporting the movement. All right, we are going to stretch out. Today we did 1 set in our circuit of functional movements. And our first stretch is actually going to be another one of the functional movement patterns. So look for this in the exercise section of some of the following videos. One foot is forward. I'm standing behind my chair. The other foot goes back. On my heel, your lunge may be just a short distance back, bending at the knees and pelvis forward. I'm going to show a larger version. Hips forward, feel your hip flexors starting to lengthen. This is a lunge. We lunge in life also. So real soon we're going to start practicing lunging. Okay, step together. The opposite leg goes back, drop the heel, bend the knees, and pelvis forward towards your chair. Feeling that lengthening happening in the opposite hip flexor. Take 2 breaths here. 1 more. Very nice. Step together, hanging onto your chair. Drop your knee towards the floor. Raise your heel. And now rotate that ankle one direction. And go the other way. Very nice. Put that foot down, opposite foot. Knee down, heel up. Rotate that ankle. Opposite direction. Very nice. Bring that foot down, standing now at an angle to your chair. Bring one knee up. Hold it there. One hand under your thigh if you're confident to do that, and gently pulling back on that thigh. Okay. Very nice. Opposite leg up. Grasping under that thigh if you're comfortable with that. If not, just holding that knee up in front. How are you feeling? We did a lot today in a short period of time. Foot down. Okay, step out with this leg. Bend that knee ever so lightly. Hold it there. If your knees are super sturdy, you might be way out here. Bring yourself upright. I'm turning my chair to the opposite side. Step out, bend the knee, lengthening the inside of that opposite leg. One more breath here. And bring it back together. Step an arm's distance away from your chair. And now remember that hip hinge we did? You are hinging from your hip socket, keeping your back nice and flat, holding onto your chair. Feel the whole back side of your legs lengthening. Such a great feeling. 3, 2, 1. Stand tall, step forward. Hanging onto that chair. One arm is reaching up and over. Nice. Opposite arm up and over. Very nice. Now for shoulders and your upper back, I have a movement that I learned in Qigong, which is called knocking. And it's simply rotating that upper body around, letting your arms swing freely. And the people that I have taught this movement to find it very relaxing. And it really relaxes that upper back and shoulder. So we're here for just about 10 more seconds. 4, 2, 1, stop. Let's make sure your neck is lengthened. Drop one ear towards your shoulder. This shoulder stays down, not up here. Oh, you really feel that lengthening happening right there in your neck. Bring your head upright. Let's go the opposite way. The shoulder stays down. Very nice. Now, chin down to your chest. Hold it there. Great job. Bring your head up. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale. You just invested a half hour in yourself, making your movements much more stable in life. I sure hope you come back and join me again on Time to Drain Fitness. If you like this workout, please subscribe. Leave any comments that you might have. And I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Time to Train. This is Mary. I'll see you later.